Secretary Clinton, Mr. Trump, welcome. Let's get right to it. The first.
大家好，又来到我们纽约最前线的时间了。现在的美国大选还正在如火如荼的进行当中。那么到目前为止呢，3场大选辩论已经正式的结束了。那么大选辩论又如何影响了选情呢？我们今天请到演播室的嘉宾依旧是我们的华尔街观察员张叔，以及华尔街的资深交易员 Kiss Please。Do
you make the same commitment that you will absolutely, sir, that you will absolutely accept the result of this election?
I will look at it at the time. I'm not looking at anything now. I'll look at it at the time.
Donald Trump is certainly using it as a wedge issue for his base. He's firing up his base, and that's what he's really trying to do there.
The election is rigged. What he said really struck to the heart of the democracy. I think that's the most disturbing part.
Can he legally do that? I mean, historically, no one has ever done it before, right?
They have challenged the election. People forget in 2000, Al Gore and the Democrats absolutely challenged the election and the vote count in Florida. I don't think it's going to mean anything as it relates to people who are going to support Donald Trump or not support Donald Trump.
I'm going to give you a chance to respond, but I want to ask you, Secretary Clinton, I want to explore how far you believe the right to abortion goes. You have been quoted as saying that the fetus has no constitutional rights. You also voted against a ban on late-term partial birth abortions. Why?
The kinds of cases that fall at the end of pregnancy are often the most heartbreaking, painful decisions for families to make. I have met with women who, toward the end of their pregnancy, get the worst news one could get, that their health is in jeopardy if they continue to carry to term, or that something terrible has happened or just been discovered about the pregnancy. I do not think the United States government should be stepping in and making those most personal of decisions. So you can regulate, if you are doing so, with the life and the health of the mother taken into account.
Mr. Trump, your reaction, and particularly on this issue of late-term partial birth
Well,
abortion.
I think it's terrible. If you go with what Hillary is saying, in the 9th month, you can take the baby and rip the baby out of the womb of the mother just prior to the birth of the baby.
First two debates that were dominated by personal attacks. Actually, last night we touched on some really sensitive topics like abortion, gun control, and immigration.
He talked about the Supreme Court and also the abortion. He behaved like more conservative. I think that's the strategy. He wanted to target on the voters to win over it.
Right. Remember, Keith, after the first debate, you mentioned Donald Trump should learn how to effectively debate. So do we see him improve his debate skills?
He certainly improved as the debates wore on. He's not as an effective debater as we see from professional politicians like Hillary Clinton. I certainly agree with the policies of Donald Trump more than I do Hillary Clinton, just my own background, but I sat watching both candidates and I kept thinking to myself, if Trump was like, okay, you've said enough, shut up. You've said enough, shut up. And he's just incapable of doing that.
Let's move on from the debate. So after these 3 debates, who took lead, who fell behind?
Speaking of it last night, I think Hillary won. I think he targeted on his voters, and she continued to solid this base.
Believe it or not, even 3 weeks out, it's too early to call. It's too close to call.
Yes.
Lots of things can change.
That's true. Then in your opinion, Kiss, who won the
debate
overall?
I think overall you can probably say Hillary Clinton did, just for the fact that regardless of whether you think she's being truthful or honest or you agree with her policies or not is irrelevant. She was able to keep her composure in those cases.
A lot of people, when they respond to posters, they respond with what the posters want to hear, not actually what they think. Trump may have secret supporters. Hillary Clinton can take the lead.
Sadly, most people in the United States find both candidates so despicable that when a pollster calls them up and asks them, they're almost afraid to reveal who they're going to vote for because they almost feel like it's a view into their soul.
But I'm going to be supporting Hillary Clinton, I believe. If you'd like to change the system because you felt it was not a fair election, then work to change it. But we must support our leader, and he's not giving an unconditional support of the leader. I think that's fundamentally troubling, as Hillary said.
I don't support anybody. I mean, it's not politic at this point. It is 2 kids playing on the stage, and I don't know.
I support neither of the candidates. I think Trump is awful. And Hillary is pretty bad herself.
I think has a lot of experience, and she has the qualifications, and she knows experienced people. She has all the contacts to be president. The other person, Donald Trump, crazy. It's crazy.
If I happen to decide why I'm not supporting Trump, is because the beliefs that he has and, reasoning with culture and immigration and, looking forward to what he wants to do with the country.
And the way the equity market is positioned right now, it favors Donald Trump, believe it or not, because we've been down since 3 months prior to the election.
Right.
If we get a rally here into November 8th, then it would favor Hillary Clinton. But all my crystal ball of watching the market, I don't see a great rally coming, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Annabelle, did you bring your crystal ball?
Well, for me, if Donald Trump really elected as a president, I think maybe there were maybe it's because of two things. First, because he's like an opportunist. So he tried to win over like different voters. He's not only a populist, but also maybe he favors like nativism, something like that. So I think it's the opportunity there, really push him to win.
距离大选呢还有3周的时间，我们也将会继续为您跟进大选的最新进展。以上就是今天节目的全部内容，感谢您的收看，我们下期再会。